Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Residents say they are at their wits' end after a Jobsworth council banned them from parking on their own driveways. For 50 years, Ed Fisher and his wife had no problem parking their 2 cars outside their home until they and neighbor Trina Smart received a threatening letter 2 weeks ago. Faced with a £1,300 bill to get the curb lowered on a pavement they don't even own, the trio from Southampton say they have been left furious and unable to afford the council's demands. Southampton City Council, SCC, bosses have now said they are not allowed to park on their own driveways because they have to mount the curb and cross the pavement to access their homes. Mr. Fisher, 78, told Mail Online, "We used our driveway to park our 2 cars for 50 years, up until 2 weeks ago. We have to be responsible for paying for the dropped curb ourselves. It smacks of we haven't got much to do, so we'll go and get M. For all these years we've parked there, I used to put little bits of wood to help me up onto the curb. The council pointed out it was an obstruction and had to be removed. What incenses me is they are spending time doing that, and there are lots of other issues here like potholes. The only way this will come to an end is if we get a dropped curb. You have to pay so much just to get a quote. I would hope our neighbors are receiving letters, they shouldn't have singled us out." Mr. Fisher, his retired French teacher wife, who wished to remain anonymous, and Trina received a joint letter from Highway Engineers Balfour Beatty and SCC on June 27. The letter accused the trio, who live in the Woolston area of the city, of breaking the law by mounting a 4-inch curb to get onto their respective driveways. It went on to say the neighbors will be monitored and they must stop using their driveways or face further action. It read, "During a recent highway inspection, it has come to the Highways Authority's attention that the occupiers of this property are gaining vehicle access to the property by unlawfully crossing the curbed footway, and this could lead to damage of the public highway. In addition, this access is being obtained by the leaving of ramps on the carriageway, causing a hazard to other highway users. As the Highways Authority, we have a duty to ensure the highway is maintained for the safety of all users. It is an offense under the Highways Act 1980 to cross the footway unless a correctly constructed dropped curb is in place, and so you are respectfully advised that using the footway in this manner must stop upon receipt of this letter and the ramps removed. We will be monitoring this area, and should it be deemed necessary further action will be taken." Mum of one Ms. Smart, 52, a mobile hairdresser, who has lived at her Woolston home for 18 years, said, "They said if they find us in our driveway, we will be fined. It's the sheer pettiness of it. It's not our fault, it's absolutely ridiculous. They're saying unless we get a dropped curb from Balfour Beatty, we can't park. But we are still forced to drive over their property whether we've got a dropped curb or not. It's about £1,300 to get a dropped curb installed, and we are not allowed to use a ramp ourselves. We have to go through the council to get a curb drop built. They say we can't use any other builders. We haven't got £1,300. We've already paid £160 to the council for them to take a photo of the pavement to get a dropped curb done. I have to park in front of our drive, stop my clients parking on the drive. It's embarrassing to say you can't park on our drive. Why it's taken them so long, when we have been here as long as we have, to suddenly just make these demands, it's disgusting. I've just had an operation 2.5 weeks ago, we got a letter through the post. I'm cheesed off. It's the inconvenience of knowing if you go out, will you have a space outside? Knighton Road is a public highway, meaning anyone can park there, and the neighbors say they often get blocked in. Trina is now forced to park her BMW 220i on the street, with Ed and his retired French teacher wife also forced to leave their Mazda 2 and Toyota Yaris on the road. Mr. Fisher spent decades working in Hampshire County Council's Highways Department, so knows a thing or two about the ordeal he's found himself in. He admits that while it is illegal to cross a footpath, he's been left with no